Good morning. It's Thursday, April 10th. Thanks so much for joining us for this edition of Up to the Minute. I'm Sade Campbell. I serve as the Enrollment Communications and Social Media Manager here at Houston Community College. Pleased to be joined by my weekly co-host, Ms. Linda Davis, who serves as the Office Manager of College Operations at our Northeast College. Good morning, Linda.
Hello, Sade. I'm so excited to have these two HCC personalities joining us today.
It is. It is definitely an eagle lineup. I feel it. I feel it. So for those who don't need to miss out and need to share this, where can they find HCC Up to the Minute?
We're live on Houston Community's College District Facebook page, not HCC, and YouTube. We're also on X, LinkedIn, and on HCCTV at noon, 5 and 10, Monday through Friday.
All right, thank you for that. Well, as it is always, as it is on every Thursday, it's Thursday Family Fun Day, and one of our HCC TV production specialists is discussing his side job at his Galveston historical site. Want to welcome to the show Jake Crowley, who serves as a production specialist for HCC TV, as well as a media specialist for Moody Mansion. Good morning, Jake.
Oh, hi. Good morning. Thank you for having me.
Happy to have you. You and Linda are going to chat in just a second. But first, we're talking with an HCC work study student who's also busy with an upcoming event for a new club. Want to welcome to the show Leonel Avellaneda, who is the founder and president of the Reality Club from HCC's Reality Collab Lab and a work study student. So this lineup that you have, you are busy, Leo.
Yes, ma'am. Yeah, thank you for having me.
So happy to have you. It looks like are you in one of the collab labs?
Yeah, so we have two rooms currently and I'm in one of them. Yeah, so.
Love it. Love it. And for those, we just heard about the Reality Club, which started this semester and has its kickoff on April 15th. Well, I want to talk a little bit about, the club and how it's different from the Reality Collab Lab.
Yeah, so completely understandable. You know, sometimes people do get it mixed up a little bit. So the lab is kind of like a tech-powered innovation hub. So you have your 3D printers, you have the most up-to-date virtual reality headsets, you have some extremely powerful computers and filled with like so many softwares to choose from and stuff like that. So as for the club, it's a student-led community. So we host events, workshops, and we make use of the lab's resources to have like as many creative projects as we can.
And a lot of times clubs are connected to what our students are studying. Have you found that students from all different types of academic programs are joining the club? What are you seeing?
Yeah, it's definitely interdisciplinary. You know, we're seeing a lot of computer science, graphic design, HVAC design. So a lot of art students as well. So and it's just everybody who's looking to see how they can be empowered by these tools that we have here at the lab.
And so what if for someone that's listening, for a student that is listening, for a faculty member who may not have who may be considering that they need to refer someone to the club or even the lab, what could you tell them they could expect?
What can we expect? Well, you can expect some pretty awesome immersive hands-on learning experiences through workshops. If you're a member of the club, then you'll get to engage in these projects that we have. So you'll be learning as you're engaging with these projects. And we kind of work together with the lab. The lab kind of provides the space, the equipment, as well as the mentorship to make anything that we can bring, any ideas that we want to bring to life, they help make it happen. So.
And what are you studying?
I'm studying computer science.
Love it. So you found a work study job directly connected to your academic field. We always love to hear that you're getting that experience outside of the classroom as well. What have you been able to help students produce in the lab?
Well, honestly, the work study position itself has been super empowering to my understanding. Some stuff that I've been able to do is just get really familiar with how to use these headsets, how to teach others to use these headsets, as well as the applications. They use these applications to in their curriculum, and we show them how to use it so that they can be empowered in their studies as well. So, and doing that has exposed me to a lot of tools already. So,
Love that. And you all have some upcoming events with the Reality Club. And I hear there's free lunch involved. So make sure you don't miss sharing that.
Yes, so next week on April 15th, we do have our official kickoff. We know we're a little late, but when you're doing something this awesome, you want to do it right. So this kickoff event is on April 15th. It's going to be from 2 to 4 p.m. It's going to be held here at HCC Central at the Reality Collab Lab on the second floor at room 216B in the JB Whiteley building. And we're going to have free food. We're going to have a fun scavenger hunt that lets you explore the lab, the club, its resources, and we'll also have just a small presentation that goes over basically everything that we've gone over in this interview. What can be expected and everything that you'll gain from being a member of the club.
All right, and so this is your official kickoff event. What are you hoping to see? How are you hoping to see the club grow?
How I'm looking to see the club grow. I definitely want to see a lot of interdisciplinary studies. I've seen that already. That's what I'm expecting to see at the kickoff. So seeing all those people registering has been very inspiring. So that, as well as I'm mostly expecting a lot of people with no experience. So we're trying to make sure that we're as inviting, as welcoming as we can, and so yeah, anybody, and hopefully anyone who's been scared to approach these kinds of situations, hopefully we're inviting out to allow that.
Love to hear that. Now, AI goes across a lot of industries, a lot of tools. So we talk about AI broadly. There's virtual reality that fits within that, but the first step to utilizing AI is understanding how can I apply this in different areas, in technology or STEM cases. We call it use cases, right? Like, how can I use this? So for a lot of people who may hear about the club, they say, well, I don't really know that I'm really going to use that. What would you say to them?
I would say you should try coming to one of our meetings and see, everybody that you'll see. You see all kinds of walks of life. And it's funny that you mentioned the artificial intelligence, because we do have a workshop. These are the kind of workshops that we prepare for. We have an artificial intelligence workshop that we're preparing that's going to be open to all HCC students and staff and faculty, where they can kind of be introduced to all kinds of categories of AI tools and how they can be empowered as artists, as students, as teachers, as anything really. So really just coming to those workshops, allowing yourself to be exposed to how you can use it. You don't have to be really tech savvy. So
all right, so from what I'm hearing, what I've seen about the labs, gamers, right? Computer science. What am I out there thinking? Gamers, computer science designers. Am I missing anything?
Let's see. A lot of students who are studying HVAC design, construction design, a lot of architecture students as well. So let me see, is there anything else? No, I think, yeah, that's a good chunk already. Yeah. So they take up the majority as well.
I'm glad you brought that up. Now, where are the labs? You said there are 2 labs. Which campuses are they on?
They're both at HCC Central, and they're right next to each other. They're both on the second floor. They're just in different rooms. Yeah. So, but we are looking to expand, into a bigger lab, hopefully next semester.
Yeah, that makes sense, because the construction COE is at Central, I believe. All right, so for those who may have just been tuning in and may have missed, let's run back those details of the Reality Club's event coming up on April 15th.
Yes, so it's going to be our official kickoff event. It'll be from 2 p.m. to 4 p.m. on the 15th of April. We do have a registration form that kind of goes over the agenda. We'll have a small presentation that goes over what you can expect and what you can learn from the club, as well as a fun scavenger hunt that exposes you to the different resources that we have here available, and free food, lots of free food, free pizza. So.
All right. I want to thank you, Leo. So happy to have you on, learning more about your experience as a work study student, as well as you launching this new student-led club. I want to thank you for those that are tuning in. I want to thank Leo. We've been speaking with Leonel Avellaneda, who's the founder and president of the Reality Club from HCC's Reality Collab Lab. We'll have info posted after the show about the event and the club. Thank you so much, Leo.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you for having me.
All right, well, after a commercial break, Linda will be back to talk with our own staff member about the Moody Mansion in Galveston.
At Houston Community College, we make your lessons matter. Open the door to real-world education, where passions become careers. Find out more at hccs.edu and let your success take flight.
If you love them enough to crawl into a play place to get them to come down, then surely you'll check nhtsa.gov/the right seat to make sure they're in the right car seat.
Today I'm going to talk to you about physics. Come on in, girls. Let's go. This is the first rocket to get humans to Mars.
Really tall.
I'm a rocket structural engineer, designing and building parts of the rocket. You are the generation that will be stepping foot on Mars. Do I have a group of astronauts on my hands?
Yes.
You can become a rocket scientist or whatever else you want to be.
Welcome back, everybody. We're moving on to Jake Crowley, the production specialist for HCCTV, as well as media specialist for Galveston Moody Mansion, and our Thursday Family Fun Day guest. Welcome to the show, Jake, from this side of the camera.
Hi, thank you for having me. Yes, I'm not used to being in front of the camera, but I'm happy to be here.
Well, welcome to the limelight. You're usually on the other side for your work. Now, we want to talk to you a little bit about your work at HCC in a bit, but first, let's talk about Moody Mansion, its history, and how it's a Galveston institution.
Yeah, thank you. Yes, the Moody Mansion, I think, was built in 1895, and it was bought by the Moody family, and they lived in it for many years, and now it is a historical tourist spot for people of Galveston to see and from all over the world. So yeah, it's very popular. Yeah.
So tell us a little bit about the mansion.
Okay. Oh, like its history or my job?
The history, your job, everything. We're curious about it all.
Well, I know I just spoke a little bit about the history, but yeah, my job is I am the media specialist, so I help promote the mansion through Facebook and Instagram, and I go there twice a week or sometimes 3 days a week if there's a event happening, and I meet up with the people in charge of the mansion. We sit down and talk about how to promote the mansion, and we like to have a system where we try to do 3 posts a week: an educational post, a fact about the mansion, along with an artifact post. We pick out a special artifact in the mansion, and I don't think we'll ever run out of artifacts to post about because they're everywhere. And we constantly have a new exhibit every couple of months. Right now, we have the Native American exhibit on display right now for many people to see, and it's gained a lot of traction. So we're definitely doing well on promotion. And the third post we like to post about is just something about the people at the mansion and who they were and as a family. So yeah, that's my job, and I have a lot of fun, and it's definitely different from my HCC job because I'm working with social media this time. So I definitely have to think differently. And for events that they have, I am the photographer for those events. So I go around and I take a lot of pictures of the event. I just did an event about 2 weeks ago, and I took over 300 pictures, and I edited it in Adobe Lightroom over the weekend. So yeah, it was fun. It was a lot. So
Wow. Well, now I hear there's 20 rooms on the tours that people can take. And I went out to the website because I was curious. And it looks like the tickets aren't that expensive, under $20.
yeah, so but you're right about the room count, and it's about 28,000 square feet. I could be wrong. It might be 30,000. And yes, you can go in and listen to an audio tour by scanning a QR code at the front by the door, and you walk around the mansion, and it tells you historical facts and the story about the rooms and the people who lived in the rooms. And yeah, it's really interesting. So, and there's a ton of artwork around the mansion on the walls and the ceiling. So yes, a lot of rich history.
So this is how most people come in and they tour the mansion. And it seems like the family had some damage to the mansion that had to be restored.
Yes, that's right. Yeah, during the storm, yes, and but they did a great job preserving it to keep the historical look. And there is one room in the mansion that is interesting to me because it's upstairs. It's one of the showers in the mansion that has literally never been preserved at all. So you literally see how it looked since it was built in the late 1890s, and it's really interesting to see because you could tell how much it's been updated and how this shower looks. So yes, interesting. So I think that part's the most interesting thing to me in the mansion.
Well, I tell you, it is a beautiful place. And it's when I was doing the snooping out on the site, it looks like the Moody's had 4 children and they had their first Christmas there. This was after the hurricane and the restoration. And when I looked at the flooring and the staircase, it is so beautiful. It looks like it's never been touched.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, no, it's definitely well kept, and they definitely have to keep it up to date because we have so many people coming through. And they had a New Year's Day party this year on New Year's Day, and they just invited. It was open to everyone, and they invited everyone from the world. And I heard a lot of people from different states went there, and over 900 people attended that New Year's Day celebration. It was the most I think they ever had on New Year's Day in Galveston, because back then Mary Moody used to open up the doors to everyone on New Year's Day. So we were trying to get that tradition going.
Wow, it sounds like a very great, rich history and proud family. And thank goodness that storm from the 1900s didn't take it out.
Yeah,
Well, tell me a little bit about, you say that there are events there. So if I wanted to get married and come down that staircase, I could possibly do that?
Getting married and come down a staircase. We do have rooms that people can check out for different events. So I don't think they would care if you did that. Yeah, I think you could talk to them about it.
Well, I won't be doing that anytime soon, but just a thought because it's so beautiful. So can you tell us a little bit about your experience as a videographer at HCCTV?
Oh yeah, of course. So yeah, it's great being the videographer. It really has opened my eyes to a lot of new things that I can put on camera. So I graduated from the HCC filmmaking program, and in that program, you learn how to make a movie. You learn how to be on a set, make a whole production. And coming to HCC TV, I learned that it's actually very different, similar but different because you're making news packages. So I get emails with the events details, and I get sent to many different HCC campuses where many different events are happening, and I have to get a couple of interviews, a lot of B-roll, which is footage of the event, people talking, people interacting with one another, and that's what B-roll is. And I take all that and I edit it in Adobe Premiere Pro, and so yeah, it's really cool. And you definitely learn a lot of different things when you go to these events, not just about film, but like the topics. So it's interesting to kind of get an education while you're out there listening to these different events. And I definitely took a lot of my storytelling aspect from learning about movies in the film program and try to implement them into my packages. While I'm trying to tell a news story, I am also trying to give you a personal feel by establishing shots, a lot of panning shots, a lot of establishing, making from one point of view as you walk into the door. And I don't know, just trying to make you feel like you're there. And I like over time, I realized it'd be cool to get some over the shoulder shots of people and trying to make you feel different things depending on the event. Is it a happy event? Is it a sad event where we're trying to make you more aware to that certain subject? So I try to make you feel certain things with my shots. So, and I actually have a lot of fun with the intros. So yeah.
Well, I give you an A+ for your film programming knowledge. I saw some of your work and it is beautiful. Tell me, what would you do to encourage someone who may be teetering about getting involved in this area? How would you encourage them?
Like what area specifically?
For
Film?
filmmaking, art, what you do as a
Oh,
videographer?
okay. Well, I think you definitely should communicate with everyone around you and don't be afraid to learn many new things. Ask as many questions as you can, even if you think you know the answer to it, because you want to definitely be certain, and touch as much equipment as you can, there's so much different equipment out there that they all work differently. So yeah, I definitely don't be afraid to ask questions. Get out there and take risks by putting out shot choices that you think are good or not, because you'll definitely get your feedback and you'll know, okay, that's good. I should keep doing this. Yeah, so just put everything you have from your eyes out there and don't be afraid.
So let the inner you out and just go for it.
Yes, exactly. Like just put it out there. 'Cause we all have different visions, and I watched other packages that other people have made. I did an art gallery exhibit back in the fall, and then I did one again this spring, and then there was another one that another one of my coworkers did, and I watched that package because I wanted to know if how he saw the event and how so that
Wow.
that's cool. I didn't think about it. I would not have thought about recording it from that side or getting that kind of angle close up. So yeah, I watched other people.
Well, I tell you one thing, if we stop and just look around and smell the roses, art is all around us. We want to thank you, Jake Crowley, production specialist for HCCTV, as well as media specialist for Galveston Moody Mansion and our Thursday Family Fun Day guests. We'll have your information to post after the show. Coming up after a quick break, Sade and I'll be back with more news and announcements. Don't go anywhere.
At Houston Community College, we make your lessons matter. Open the door to real-world education, where passions become careers. Find out more at hccs.edu and let your success take flight.
That one day at PE when they were like yelling at me, and then you just linked arms with me. I don't think you know how much like that helped me. I finally like knew that I had somebody.
All right, well, welcome back. We're going to wrap things out like we always do on Up to the Minute with news and events happening across HCC and in the community. Want to kick things off with our student music recital. The spring 2025 music recital will be hosted by our HCC music students who will perform what they have studied and prepared during the semester to showcase their development and skills. It'll be happening Wednesday, April 16th at 7:30 p.m. at our Spring Branch Performing Arts Center. The event is free to attend and details will be posted after the show.
STEP Challenge at Southeast. The Office of Student Life at HCC Southeast and Rec Sports has launched a STEP Challenge series throughout the month of April. Coming up next is Zumba class, 1 to 2 p.m. Wednesday, April the 16th at Eastside Student Life foyer lobby. Check out the post for information after the show.
All right, well, we have our Consumer Arts and Science Hiring Fair coming up with the theme Arts Mania. Hospitality, culinary, pastry, cosmetology, fashion design, and merchandising students and graduates can meet potential employers, explore internships, network, and learn industry trends at the career fair. You can interview on the spot, so dress professionally and bring plenty of resumes. It'll be happening next week, Wednesday, April 16th from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. at the HCC Central Culinary Arts Building. Details will be posted after the show.
Houston Money Week. Join the competition for $1,000. April is Financial Literacy Month, and this is Houston's Money Week. So HCC students can find out if they have what it takes to combine creativity and financial savvy to make money moves. College, university, or adult education interest can win up to $1,000 in prize money. Deadline is April the 30th. Check out the post for information after the show.
Well, coming up, there will be an apprenticeship day breakfast. Many of you have heard about internships, but apprenticeships are an incredible opportunity to get workforce experience while you're in school. HCC is hosting an apprenticeship day event called Building Tomorrow's Workforce Skills for Life breakfast. It'll include a panel of industry leaders discussing the future of workforce and its pathways. It'll be happening later this month, Wednesday, April 30th from 7:30 to 10 a.m. So get up bright and early and get out for their breakfast. It'll be at the Felix Fraga campus. Details will be posted after the show.
Summer registration is ongoing. Make the most of summer by locking in classes to stay on track. HCC classes are still offered in a variety of programs, semester lengths, and a range of modalities, including online anytime, online on a schedule, hybrid, both face-to-face and partially virtual, in-person, and hybrid labs. To learn more about HCC program start dates and options to cover cost, visit us at hccs.edu/apply.
All right, well, coming up tomorrow, we'll talk about the upcoming annual Sense of Belonging event. And for Film Friday, we'll talk to the Houston Film Commission about their testimony in Austin, advocating for a stronger film industry to create more jobs and opportunities here for Texans. Thanks so much for joining us for this edition of Up to the Minute. We'll see you next time.